perfect size bracket. That's what you call a perfect trade. Wow. Let's analyze that because I think we had some positive slippage on that baby. Let's see if we can figure this out. First off, anybody who lost money on that trade was trading in China. You had to be trading in China. So I left money on the table because what an explosion. And the news is so slow to come out. The news is very negative. The market is so sensitive to manufacturing news that we could have had this other trade. I should have known. So look, we looked at last month's behavior and I've looked at months before. This was a big move because the offset was so big. Why did it do what it did? Because the offset was huge. It was huge. Okay. It was huge. If you lost money on this trade, then I have to come to your house and show you how to do this. All right. I have to come to your house because that was like taking candy from a baby, that trade. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but if you lost money on that trade, you're doing something wrong and you want me to help you because I will. Brian made 180 bucks and 60 bucks positive slippage. Alex filled at 1284.60. Alex, a much worse fill than me. Look at my fill, 1283.50. I was getting out of my trade when you got filled. I was thinking of trading oil, Calvin, but I'm going to look at the way oil's been trading and make a decision. I probably won't. I probably won't because you could give it all back on oil. And I don't even want to trade the FOMC. I'm not real happy with the FOMC trade. But let's figure out what happened to me. All right. First of all, understand why the trade worked. The trade worked because the news offset, what was expected and what was received was much worse news than expected. So it tested the high and made a new high. Okay. That's why the trade worked. It's very simple. This was a classic textbook trade. Classic textbook trade. Ian, why are you giving me information that has no bearing on this trade? No, I'm teasing you. You know, Ian, in the old days, we used to trade oil on every single trade. Every single trade. No, I was saying I don't know if I'm going to trade CL Live on the next trade because you could lose $500 with a one contract trade. So I think I'll suffer through the FOMC this afternoon with a setup that I'm not a lover of. But I'll decide that later. Let's figure out why my trade worked. My targets, let me take a picture. I took my targets out. I had targets of 5 and 11.